So as much as I love video games, you know, the companies that tend to make these video games, especially in recent times, have just been absolutely fucking terrible. I remember growing up, and you know, a lot of these video companies, you know, it would be loved by the community. You know, a lot of the companies, like, you know, from Rockstar, Square Enix to EA back in the day, and then, you know, there were so many companies that were growing up, and like, you know, when they'd announce a game, you'd be absolutely fucking thrilled. Like, you'd hear that, like, oh, you know, Rockstar's releasing a new game. You didn't care what it was. You didn't care if it was GTA. You were pumped for that game. Oh, Square Enix is releasing a new game. Oh, hell yeah. Fucking oath. EA is releasing a new game. Hell yeah. Can't wait for that to come out. Nowadays, a lot of these big companies, you know, have just like done a complete 180. And majority of these big companies in the gaming industry are just fucking terrible. You know, EA these days, majority of the games that they come out with, especially and mainly their sport games, are fucking terrible, are so shit, and they're just big disappointments every single time. Then you got companies like Riot, who have been, you know, notorious for recently with sexual harassment and, you know, just a whole lot of stuff that's going within their workplace that is just not good, you know. And then you got other companies such as, you know, say back to EA as well with Respawn, with the recent Jedi game. You know, games were released that were just released half-assed, and it happens so much in the gaming community recently. And then you have fucking Blizzard. And to me, Blizzard is everything bad about all these companies just put into one. It's fucking, honestly, it's just terrible. Just recently with their half-assed games, they've had a lot of controversy recently with, you know, sexual harassment within the workplace, which is just absolutely fucking disgusting. And now, obviously, yesterday, it just came out that Blizzard has cancelled the PvE for Overwatch 2. This, to me, is just fucking stupid. Like, the whole point of them straying away from Overwatch 1, like them literally just, you know, making an Overwatch 2 in the first place, one of the big selling points and one of the big reasons why they were going to make a second game is because they were going to add a PvE system in there. They were going to add a whole load of, they were going to add story missions. They were going to add, make it like have a massive replayability. They were going to have huge skill trees for all different types of characters. It was going to be, you know, also co-op as well, and they did a massive showcase years ago. You know, the first time I think they showed it off was back in 2017, which is fucking ages ago now. It was only a year after, you know, the original game came out. So they were working on this thing for years on end. They were working on this thing, and they wanted it to be, you know, a different kind of, you know, story experience, you know, just something very unique, something that people haven't seen before within a PvE, you know, gameplay, within a campaign. They wanted to make it super unique, and they wanted to do it for the fans, and they, you know, wanted to do it for themselves. And you could tell why, you know, when a lot of these developers, it's really hard to find the videos now, because like whenever you search up Overwatch 2 PvE on YouTube, it's just flooded already. Like, the news has only been out for just over 24 hours, and YouTube's literally already flooded with videos just about you know, PvE being cancelled and people shitting on them, which is you know, it's true. Like, the whole point of Overwatch 2 was for the PvE system. Like, the fact that they were going to make it from 6v5, which, you know what, is actually not that, it's a little bit of a change in the gameplay, but in terms of like making a whole new game, that can just be an update for Overwatch, just a normal Overwatch. You know, you don't need a whole new game just to make it from 6v6 to 5v5. They didn't need to do that. You know, the whole reason was to bring in, you know, the PvE system at a point in time, and the game was originally meant to be released with this PvE system, you know, but I think that it was going to take a little bit longer than they wanted it to, and the fact that the multiplayer, which it was already there, you know, and the adjustments that they needed to be made weren't major, so they just decided to release the game. And then they promised us at the start that when the game was released, that PvE was going to be coming. They said that to us. They said, PvE will be coming. We're releasing the game with just the multiplayer at the moment, which is free to play. And then we're going to release the PvE at a certain point in time, and it will be paid. And it looked so good. The promises, the things that we were told were fucking amazing. And it's not like they released it and it was there were shortcomings. They just didn't fucking release it all. They've cancelled it completely. It's fucking mind-blowing. I don't get how they put so many years and the developers put so much effort, and you could tell that when they were speaking of this, because I watched the videos of when those came out, and you know, especially close to the release of Overwatch 2, I watched a lot of the PvE stuff, and just how passionate they were talking about it and how much they really wanted, you know, this to be a different experience for everyone. And then the Blizzard's just gone and fucking cancelled it all. What are you guys, what are you doing? Now, obviously, it's to me, it's fucking obvious. You know, I'm literally saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? But to me, it's fucking obvious. The reason they're doing it is for money. It's literally just that. It's just that. They don't care about their fucking developers. They don't care about their fans. They don't care about the community. All they care about is the money. They've made this game free to play so that they can put a battle pass system in with skins that cost a fucking fortune. A fortune. A legendary skin costs so much money. It's ridiculous. It costs more than like any premium league skin. It costs more than any premium Apex skin. I would rather go spend $500 on Apex to try and get an heirloom than spend fucking $50 to $100 just for a shit legendary skin on fucking Overwatch. And the battle pass on top of that, you can tell that they're really earning so much money. They're earning so much money just from the battle pass and from the skins, you know, making the game free to play, which is fair enough. People had, you know, before it was announced it was free to play, people speculated for a long time that it was going to be, and I was convinced that it was as well. You know, with a lot of games going to the battle pass system. Well, it wasn't surprising me. It wasn't going to be surprising, you know, but I just can't believe that their developers put so much effort, so much love, and you can tell that like it was going to be such a good experience. I haven't played Overwatch 2 since the first season ended. I've literally have not played it. To me, it's fucking, it's really not worth getting back into. But when the PvE system came out, 100% I was going to give it a try because I had faith that it was going to be good. I had faith that that was going to be good. And, you know, just, to me, it's sad. To me, it's honestly sad that all these developers in Blizzard, you know, in the Overwatch development team, put so much effort into this, and now it's just gone. And, you know, all their effort is just wasted. And this happened. This has happened so many times throughout the years, you know, where developers put so much effort into a game and it's just been cancelled. You know, but it seemed like they were so close. It honestly did. You know, with the amount that was showcased already, especially from years ago when it was originally shown. And it's just, I find it really sad. I feel bad for all the people who worked on it. That's what I feel the most. I honestly feel really bad, obviously, you know, for the community, especially the hardcore community of Overwatch. I feel bad for them. You know, you just, you know, you're wanting your game to do well, like me. You know, with I play Apex the most in my spare time, and you know, I really want that game to do well. And whenever, you know, Respawn make shit decisions, it pisses me off. Whenever they make good decisions, I'm really happy for the game. The game gets heaps of players. I'm happy because then the player base grows. And this is just going to shoot down the player base for Overwatch. You know, especially new players. You know, they obviously just don't care about new players. They probably to themselves, they're like, you know what? All of our players are going to keep playing. They're going to keep spending money. Fuck the PvE system. We're not going to bother with that. We don't care about our community. And we do not care about the hard work that all those developers have put in through the years. I fucking feel so bad for them. I'm gutted for them. The fact that they've put so much effort into this PvE system for so many years just for it to get cancelled. I feel fucking bad for them the most out of this. And to me, Blizzard, hands down, you know what? To me, it was probably like EA that would be the worst company, worst video game company for many years. But Blizzard's 100% taking that cake. They're 100% taking the top pick. And I've been really pumped for Diablo to come out. I've never really gotten into Diablo, but you know what? This time around, I was like, I'm going to get into Diablo 4. I really want that game. I can't wait till that comes out. I'm going to get into Diablo for the first time. I hope it does shit. I hope it does shit. Not for the developers. I hope it does shit for the company. Because fuck Blizzard. Can't stand them. They're shit company. And I hope from here, I hope that, you know, that company goes to shit. And I hope that all the developers that have worked really hard actually get good jobs at decent companies. CD Projekt Red, snap them up. Get all the developers, get all the good developers out of Blizzard, get them into your company to help you make good games. 'Cause you know what? Fuck Blizzard. Shit company. Honestly, number one, most terrible video game company. That's it. That's all I want to talk about. Fucking rant on about how terrible Blizzard is and how unbelievable it is that they cancelled this PvE system. It's just absolutely stupid. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Peace out.